Hello YouTube, welcome to day number 171. I'm trying to be a better person. Okay, I'm trying to evolve on the skills and the mindset that I already have. For example, we have here, I have cool words and shit. Okay. I'm trying to build my vocabulary. I've got one word in here, and this is the word that started this idea in my head that I want to build on my vocabulary, because this is just such a cool, to me at least, this is just such a cool word. It's etymology. Etymology. And it means the study of the origin, historical development, and evolution of words. I'll say that again. Etymology. The study of the origin, historical development, and evolution of words. So, you know how you have etymology actually in itself, etymology. You got ete, which means something. I don't know what it means. Maybe it means word. And then ology, which means the study. So you got ete, which is words, and ology, which means study of. You know, it's like the origin of words. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct. But yeah, that is what etymology means, and that's just so cool to me. So if anyone has some interesting words to expand my vocabulary, then I'm very interested in hearing that. I have also started to journal again. I got a journal, I think it was in 2024, I think it was. Let me check. Yeah, okay, so I got my journal in 2024. Here you can see it's just, you know, a nice little black Jameson book. And my first entry, I was supposed to be doing it daily. I started in 2025. Okay, so my first entry was on the first day of 2025. And then I was doing okay. I did 2 days in a row. And then I missed a couple of days, so I missed 4 days. And then I did that day, the 6th of January, and then I did the 7th of January, and then it's the 22nd of January, and then it's the 23rd of January, which, you know, all right, we're looking good. And then it's the 2nd of February, and now it's March, now it's May, and now it's November. So I haven't been very consistent at all, but I'm picking it back up, and I'm trying to be a bit more consistent. Maybe not daily. I'm not setting my standards that high. I feel like that kind of puts a bit too much pressure on me. But yeah, I think it'll help clear my mental a little bit as well. Because I feel like with the lifting and with the, you know, family stuff, I got some family stuff with lifting, with friends, with girlfriend, you know, just all this stuff that's happening. I feel like journaling obviously is, you know, it's a form of expressing, you know, yourself. It's a form of just letting go. Cortisol relaxes, you know. This is weird. I just saw a YouTube short of Dorian Yates, and he was talking about how before his sessions, he would iron his clothes. And this, he didn't know it back then. He was very OCD, I think, but he would always iron his clothes before he went to the gym. So he would go to the gym with ironed clothes. And he was talking about how there's actually a study that's been done, and it says ironing clothes reduces cortisol by about 40%. I think that's what he said. And I think that's very important to think about, is trying to decrease the amount of stress in your life. Is like, you know, it's insane how much stress can affect your life. I think people don't really understand, but stress is like, I think it is the biggest factor in how fast you age. An example of that would be, you know, when you're very stressed and your hair starts to go grey, and people's hairlines will even start receding, so your hair will fall out. People will lose muscle. It's harder to maintain the amount of muscle that you have, and especially to grow new muscle, it's harder for your body to be able to do that. And then that also goes hand in hand with the amount of sleep that you're getting. If you're always stressed and you're not sleeping enough, then those are two things that you need to fix ASAP. If I could have any advice for you, it's to have a good routine and just eliminate as much stress as possible. Going off topic a little bit, I tried to speedrun Minecraft yesterday. Did I put, yeah, I did put a video out yesterday. It was me playing basketball. So after basketball, I came home and I chilled for a bit. I made some food. I made a banging curry, you know, Punjabi chicken curry. Bro, is good, and I meal prepped it. I used jalfrezi sauce, like a jar sauce, but I actually cooked up some spices and stuff. And I asked my mum, like, you know, what would I call this curry? And she said, well, you made Punjabi chicken, but you used a jalfrezi sauce, so it's just whatever the hell, you know, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I made curry and it was good, so I ate curry. I didn't make it yesterday, I made it ages ago, but meal prep, so yeah. And I just had some now. It's actually so banging, and I think it's 40 grams of protein and it's 300 calories, approximately 300 calories. It's actually leng. But the only downside is everything smells like curry now. I smell brown. Yeah, I smell like I have curry all the time, but it's fine. It's a good trade-off, to be fair, to be able to eat nice food. I'm checking my watch right now because I need to leave my house at in about 45 minutes. I'm gonna go see my dad, but yeah, I'm gonna try and make him buy me some protein powder as a late birthday present because he still owes me a birthday present. What was I even talking about? I went so off track there. I went on such a big tangent. Oh yeah, Minecraft speedrun. So I ate food and then I didn't tell him. I asked him, I was like, yo, I've got an urge to speedrun Minecraft. And he was like, okay, you know, I'm down. And then so him and his girlfriend hopped on and I hopped on and we did a 3-person speedrun. Guess how long it took? I'll put a picture in now. It was 3 hours, 23 minutes. We had a couple of mishaps, okay? We had a couple of mishaps. So the first thing that went wrong was we spawned in the nether. We didn't spawn in the nether, but when we went to the nether, well, all right, there was no village like too close to us when we spawned in the overworld. That's the first issue. Second issue was then once we entered the nether, we found a bastion and we died once or twice. So that was a bit of an issue. And then we got the gold from the bastion. But then we had like 2 stacks of gold ingots and we traded all of those and we got 6 pearls. That was absurd. And then the nether fortress, it spawned like in the wall, apparently. I don't know, I wasn't there. My pickaxe broke, so I was stuck mining through one of the massive nether walls trying to get back to the portal. But apparently the nether fortress spawned like half in a wall. And it was the closest one to us. So that was apparently aids to try and navigate and find Blaze. And then we got out. It was really slow getting out, to be fair, because we were stuck in walls. We were stuck in walls trying to mine without pickaxes through the netherrack. So we eventually got back to the nether portal and then we finally entered the overworld again. We make everything that we need, but we pop like a couple of Eyes of Ender, I think. I'm trying to find where the portal room is. And we find the portal room after, I don't know how many blocks we traveled. It took like 10 to 20 minutes to actually get to the portal, which is absurd, by the way. And then we realized that we didn't have enough Eyes of End to light the portal. So we had to make another nether portal. We made it in the structure room. So we had to make another nether portal. And then we had to find ender pearls. And we spawned in the bastion biome, I think. I don't know what it's called. You know, the one with the lava and the magma cubes. And there's like spots of magma and there's spots of lava and there's like spikes and stuff. We spawned in that biome and it was like an island essentially. So that was completely AIDS. That took like an extra 40 minutes. And then when my friend, because I don't know, he plays Minecraft a lot. I don't know how he didn't know this, but so he was crouched while he was putting the last Eye of End into the frame. And obviously he uses the eye. He didn't put it in the frame. He uses the eye and it just pops and it disappears. So we have to go back into the nether and find more pearls. And then he did it again because we didn't realize that the first time that he crouched. So we couldn't correct him. And then the second time we realized that he was crouched. but it was too late by then because he popped the second one. So then we had to go back in again to the nether to find another pearl. We did it in the overworld in the end. I went caving and I found an enderman. But it was just completely AIDS. And then we went into the end and we killed the dragon. The ender dragon was really simple. She perched like 6 times in 2 minutes. So yeah, we were trying to do the bed strat, but we don't really know how to do the bed strat. And we play on Bedrock, because I'm on Xbox, they're on PS5, I think. So yeah, that's how that went. It was not horrible. Well, it was horrible, but it wasn't too bad of a time for a first attempt. But yeah, we're gonna try and do a sub 2 hour. I think that's our next goal, because obviously our next goal should be a sub 3 hour, but there was like 40 minutes to an hour wasted just doing BS that we didn't need to do. So next time it should be a lot more polished up and fast. I don't know why we're getting into the speedrunning, but I've had the urge to speedrun, and they're just down for it, I guess. So yeah, I'm trying to get into speedrunning Minecraft. Very random, but yeah, I've got some free time on my hands since I'm technically employed, but waiting for my start date, let's say. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling now. I've been to the gym today. What did I hit? Anterior. Yeah, I went to the gym today. We hit anterior. It was a nice session. Yeah, I haven't really got much to say. Oh, I benched and it was horrid. I did 60 for 3. Yeah, we will. I don't know what's happening there. I don't even want to talk about it really. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will not see you tomorrow. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe on a whimsy. You know, I might record a video for no reason. But yeah, I'm not going to the gym tomorrow, and I probably won't be going the day after. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Today was day number 171. I will see you next time for whatever day it is. Bye bye.